We promoted 2 units, as I expected. He won. Somehow. It's because you did an excellent job of driving off the Ravens. Yeah, if we continued to fight them, we would have suffered more casualties than this. What are you talking about, Ike? We suffered like 1 or 2 casualties. I must extend thanks to Raison. And of course, Valencia is like, "Oh my lord, Ike, you did a wonderful job." God. And of course, Princess Valencia, I'm fine. I'm unharmed. Yeah, he was unharmed. He didn't take any damage through the whole chapter. Fuck. What, Titania? Oh, really? Join us in the building? Oh boy. Okay, let's see what we get. This is... Holy... you wanted to say, holy shit! Incredible, no? It's gold! All of it! Fuck, we're rich! Yeah! Fuck yeah! It must be filthy rich. There's so much. Doesn't even seem real. What do we do with it? It's the spoils of war, so so naturally, it's ours. Zoran, I like your thinking. Fuck yes. In that case, I'd like to borrow 50,000. Would that be alright? That's a lot of money. What are you planning on doing? It's a private matter. A.K. drug dealing. Oh shit! Ike, you're a drug dealer? Fuck you! Uh-oh, and of course Titania's like, I don't need you to... It's like, I understand, Ike. And Zoran's like, oh shit. I'm worried. And of course Valencia's like, yes, please, use as much as you want, Ike. It's your money anyway. No, if I may borrow the 50,000, it'd be more than... Uh-oh. And Titania's like, you won't borrow it, you'll accept it. Fuck yes. Titania, loving your words. And the remainder will give to Zoran for company maintenance. So that's why you were like, why am I not getting money? Tell Zoran, you get the rest of the cash and we get... Uh-oh. Patrine's pissed as hell. General Patrine? Please, General, I'm just the messenger. However, I have to tell you... I already heard, you dunderhead. I hate those filthy crows from the start. Even so, to be betrayed in such a fashion... someone will pay for this. Oh, you certainly had your way with us, didn't you, Ken Kilvas? If you want to make an enemy of Dean, then so be it. Once Gallia is fallen, we'll turn your attention to your puny nation and wipe it off the face of the world. Oh boy. And the soldier's like, yeah. Why are you still there? You find me amusing? Shall I make my lance dance for you? No, madam. No, never. Not at all. I beg your pardon. So sorry, I'll be going now. And, yes, Patrine's favorite word, dog's breath. Or phrase. I need something. Brilliant plan. If this continues much longer, the king will have my head. Oh boy. And we got more story development. You wanted to see me? You waited a long time. Take this. This is gold you were promised. Finally scrapped it together, huh? I'll gladly accept it. Aren't you gonna count it? There's no need. I'll trust you. Alright. Then I'll take what is promised. The report you wrote for my father. There isn't one. What? There is no report. Never was. You lied to me? You exploited my need to know more about my father? There is something I must tell you, however. However, could not be written down. It is too great of a secret for that. Your father told me to wait until I thought you were mature enough to hear it, and then to tell you myself. Mature? Then what was the 50,000 gold for? Ah, the gold? That was my idea. I thought it would be a good way to test how resourceful and responsible you were. Get started, I want to hear it all. Ike is like, yeah, if you made me get all this fucking gold, you better be saying something. I spent a long time as Greil's hired shadow. A long time. I remained hidden from sight in case a day ever arrived I needed to fulfill my contract. All that time, for one job. What was it? If Greil were to ever go berserk, I was to stop him. I was to take his life. Preferably with lethality, but... What? Actually, there was one other thing. If Greil was ever slain by his pursuers, I was to watch over his son and tell him Greil's secret at the appropriate time. That was my job. Berserk? What are you talking about? Why would you have to kill my father? Because of Rithran's medallion. What medallion? What are you talking about? The medallion your sister carries. Huh? That old bronze thing? I thought it was just a keepsake for my mother's. Are you telling me that there's something more? Greil told me that it was an object of great peril, but nothing more. I did some investigating on my own, though. And what I discovered surprised me. Tell me. Oh boy. And there's that wonderful cutscene. Lithran was one of the Huron clan, an ancestor of our Prince Razon, who carried with him a bronze medallion. Long, long ago, a band of heroes defeated the evil god and imprisoned it therein. An evil god? What do you think this is funny? You are joking, aren't you? Unfortunately, I'm not. I have no idea how the cursed thing came to be in Greil's possession. That being said, I do know that the men who hunted for your father were actually seeking the medallion. Why they wanted it, and what they plan to do with it, just thinking about it gives me chills. And this is Volk saying this. If Volk's getting chills, you know this is fucking serious. I'm finding all of this a little hard to believe. You say the medallion was an object of great peril, didn't you? But then why would my father allow Mist to carry it around? That doesn't make any sense. It's because she can carry it safely. Actually, she's the only one who can. If you want proof, think back. Have you ever once touched it? No, I haven't. A long time ago, I remember reaching out for it while Mist had it in her hand. My father scolded me harshly. After I assumed it was my sister's alone, I never reached for it again. Caring to other people, the balance within your sister is extremely strong. Your mother, it seems, was the same. That's why she could bear it safely. The medallion is like a strong poison. It takes the worst aspects of a person and magnifies it 1,000-fold. Greil touched it only once, and it drove them to complete madness. So that thing you meant was when you said he went berserk? That's right. Bjork and Laguz are made up of two forces, balance and chaos. In this, there is no difference between us. It is the proportion of balance to chaos. That determines how much of the medallion affects a person. In that sense, it predicts how much harm that person might do. So that means I guess that means Greil's father was like full of fucking chaos. Holy shit, and looks like there's a huge-ass battle going on. Your father was one of the preeminent swordsmen of this generation. That day after he touched the medallion, 20 soldiers had come for him. 20 highly trained killers. Your father barely broke a sweat cutting them down. That's Greil for you, fuck yes! Then he began attacking his neighbors, those who had taken him in, concealed his identity, and called him friend. He slew them one by one until your mother rushed in, thinking only to save her husband from himself. And... oh shit. Wow. She took it the same way Greil took it. Fuck. Talk about irony. It was over in an instant. Your mother grabbed the medallion from his hand and stepped away from him. There she smiled as she pulled his sword from her breast and forgave him as her life's blood spilled onto the street. My father killed my mother? No, that can't be. It was the medallion. Its power is too great for any man, even one of your father's caliber. If Greil can't deny how if Greil could not be the one to, like, you know, stand against that shit. Me, you, if either of us touched it, I'm sure we would both been consumed by madness. When your father regains his senses, he tracked me down. It seems he's heard rumors of me some time before. He said that he needed someone like me, closed-mouthed, skilled, and most importantly, willing to do any sort of work. Of course, after hearing what he wanted me to do, I turned him down. Greil was once a famed general. He was Sir Gawain, one of Dian's 4 riders, and I recognized him at once. There was no chance someone like me would ever be able to stop him. But you took the job anyway. Why did you change your mind? Greil had lost his wife, and his grief was overpowering. To keep anything like that from happening again, he crippled himself. He slashed the tendons in his sword hand so that he could not wield a sword again. But we know in some hacked versions he can use one just fucking fine. I took the job only because he had become someone my skill could handle. So even Volk was saying, if Greil got a sword in his fucking hands, I would be fucking screwed. And even then, he was still far stronger than most men. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I would be fucking shocked and like, what the fuck? That is Greil's secret, as I know it. Now I entrust you with responsibility, seeing that the medallion does not fall in the wrong hands. Your sister must keep it. As my father lay dying, he told me to forget everything and live in peace. What did he mean? He didn't want you to lose yourself and go hunting for revenge, I suppose. He was killed much sooner than he was ever expected to be. So my father's dying wish was for me to protect the medallion? If I can do that, everything will be alright? I believe so. At the very least, that must take precedence over everything else. Understand. And guess what? Since Volk is with us... Oh, one last thing. What is it? Do you want to hire me in the event that you may go to Berserk someday? If we make a deal now, you won't have to worry about it anymore. As for payment, I'll take it out of the 50,000 you just gave me. What do you say? Fuck yes. Please. That is a wise decision. And in that case, I have no longer need to conceal my true identity. Huh? Because guess what? Volk is not a fucking thief. He is something more. Something greater. Something awesome. You'll see in just a moment. Volk is a fucking assassin. What the hell? And let's see what he does here. Well, that's kind of good. He's definitely more viable than before, and I think I might start using Draco's shield on his ass. So this is why I would just, if you really want to care for Volk at all, I was just leveling up to level 20 on Chapter 19. If you don't do that, Volk will be having wasted potential. Damn it. I'm not really a thief. I'm an assassin. From now on, I'll take on any job you got, no matter how dirty. And that is the end of Chapter 19, almost. Of course, Ike's like mourning. Seriously mourning. Man mourning. And that ends Chapter 19, thank fucking God. Damn. We almost wasted about an hour and a half. Well, not wasted, but it's taken almost an hour, 2 hours to get through this whole chapter. But it was all in good taste.